Indian movie legends who have had or still have box office numbers associated with their names are primarily known for the styles and swagger they bring to their projects. However, they often very restricted in breaking away from their established imagery with audiences. Box office numbers are the only thing that truly defines a star or a superstar. There is no debate about that. Very few possesses the agility to maintain strong box office appeal while also demonstrating a genuine hunger for their craft. Mammootty is certainly one of those rare examples. In recent years, his choice of scripts, despite his superstar status, is commendable. His recently released film KALAMKAVAL is another example of how secure this man is at this age as an actor. Kalamkaval focuses on a trail of missing women in the Kerala state in the early 2000s that leads to a string of disturbing events. Written and directed by debutant Jitin K. Jose, this investigative murder mystery thriller will convince you to praise the craft of the superstar. How gracefully Mammootty took his movie to his shoulder and carried such a known storyline. Yes, at the half point, I recognize the pattern. I have seen it somewhere before, and that somewhere I'm striking to the last year's Z5 movie Bhagwat Chapter 1 starring Arshad Warsi and Jitendra Kumar, and a Prime Video series of 2023 Dahar starring Sonakshi, Gulshan Devaiya and Vijay Verma. I'll be comparing this movie with the previously mentioned content, but first, let's address the elephant in the room. Mammootty's performance as Stanley Das was truly impeccable. In the first 10 minutes, you will see the flexibility of this man, the sharp contrast that he can bring to decipher his own mannerisms, and then, with all his quirks, the disturbing, diabolic nature that he reflected as this character is something to praise of. These kinds of extrinsic characters having such charm to attract their prey that they are about to hunt is no joke to portray, and the subtle tone he maintained to activate his flip side was outstanding. How it's just like a game to call it a satisfactory thing for him and switch to that unhinged maniac was so good. Along with the music, that spooky and disturbing score was enough to make you uncomfortable and at the same time love this character. Having a post death note and chewing his cigarette before killing any obstacle was the brilliant take on the character, and the grounded approach to the investigation made it more authentic. The makers put a subtle reason into the pattern. This case was very well executed, and the twist at the interval, which I anticipated at the beginning but was cleverly misdirected away from, turned out to be the highlight of the movie. However, problem arose in the second half. The film began to repeat itself, and the investigation fell into a monotony, lacking strong motives or challenges for the investigative team especially, which made the story feel lethargic. I had a similar complaint with Rakshas. In contrast, Dahar serves as an example of good writing, where the issues of the casteism and the political angle were woven into the story seamlessly, without being overly forced into the main plot. Each character had clear motives and challenges. Additionally, the filmmakers introduced the family aspect of Stephen but failed to integrate it into the narrative. And when they put some motivation into Vinayakan's character, who's leading the investigation, it was, I feel, too late. Mammootty was the sole saving grace of this movie, successfully bringing his character to life. It felt like a one-man show with only a few high points, particularly during the interval and climax. And you know what? I think in this domain, with the same template, Dahad will be the great option to experience. And that's the video. So what are your thoughts about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. You can follow me on my socials. These are the handles. Thank you so much for watching. See you at the point of view.